ओ
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकर्ता मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रेयोतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
बहुत सारा आएंगे, अभी थोड़ा लेट हो गया, 10-15 लोग। मेरा जेरॉक्स मशीन खराब हो गया पूरा। हाँ खराब हो गया, उसको कैटरेज है ना, खत्म हो गया। ठीक है।
Pure devotional service.
Yeah, please read.
Pure devotional service must be free from all desire for sense gratification, fruitive aspiration, and culture of monastic knowledge. One must be free from all kind of designation, and when one is converted to that transcendental purity, one can then serve the Lord by purified senses. तो ये सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम तत्परस्तेन निर्मलम ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश सेवनम भक्तिर उच्यते and the above verse का है मुक्ति मुक्ति सिद्धि कामी सकली अशांत कृष्ण भक्त निष्काम अतएव शांत.
Very nice. As long as there is a desire to enjoy sensually or to become one with the Supreme or to possess the mystic powers, there is no question of attaining the state of pure devotional service that you already mentioned.
Okay.
Continue reading.
Devotional service is conducted under two categories, namely primarily practice, that is Vidhi Bhakti, and spontaneous emotion, that is Raga Bhakti. When one can rise to the platform of spontaneous emotion, then can make further progress by spiritual attachment, feeling, love, and higher stages of devotional life by which there are no English words. We have tried to explain the science of devotional service in our book, The Nectar of Devotion, based on the authority of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. The transcendental devotional service has 5 stages of reciprocation. The self-realization stage just after liberation from material bondage is called Shanta or neutral stage. After when there is development of transcendental knowledge of Lord's internal potency, the devotee engage himself in Dasya stage. By further development of Dasya stage, a respectful fraternity with the Lord develops. Above that, a feeling of friendship on the equal terms becomes manifest. Both these stages are called Sakya or devotional service in friendship. Above this is the stage of parental affection towards Lord, and this is called Vatsalya stage. And above this is the stage of conjugal love, and this stage is called the highest stage of love of God. Although there is no difference in quality in any of the above stages, the last stage of conjugal love of God is called the Madhurya stage. Sometimes in friendship, you try once your school teacher is trying to explain, please do this. Then somebody elderly try to explain, please do this activity, but you will not do. But a friend will come and tell, Arey, if you will not do this activity, I will break our friendship. Then you will think, Arey, I had a friendship with this person for a very long time, now I will break the friendship. So in friendship, you are bound with doing such a certain activity which generally you might not do. The love in friendship is very deeper than the love for general people or general guru or advisor. So that is the, but if your parents says, then you are bound to do it more, because because your love for the parents for you. And but if you love a wife, and if your wife is about to leave you, then that separation is very strong, so you will never make any attempt to displease your wife or do any activity. Or so that love in conjugal form is highest.
Thus, he instructed Rupa Goswami in devotional service and deputed him to Vrindavan to excavate the lost sites of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. After this, the Lord returned to Varanasi and delivered the sannyasis and instructed the elder brother of Rupa Goswami, who has already discussed this. So we understand how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going to send all these Goswamis to Vrindavan for the purpose of excavating the holy places and writing the books and constructing the temples and putting the nice example and preaching activities. So after doing instructing this particular nectar of devotion, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to return to Varanasi and delivered the sannyasis and instructed his elder brother Rupa Goswami, who's already discussed this. Yeah. Please read the next.
The Lord left only 8 shlokas of instruction in writing, and they are known as Sikshashtaka. All other literatures of his divine cult were extensively written by the Lord's principal followers, the 6 Goswami of Vrindavan and their followers. The cult of Chaitanya philosophy is richer than any other, and it is admitted to be the living religion of the day with the potency of spreading as Vishwa Dharma or universal religion. We are glad that the matter has been taken up by some enthusiastic like sage like the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj and his disciple. We shall eagerly wait for the happy day of Bhagavad Dharma or Prema Dharma inaugurated by the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to tell one point that books written by Gaudiya Sampradaya is the quality and the quantity of books is very large. In no other Sampradaya such extensive mission of writing books has been taken up very seriously. Some they have written 1-2 commentary on some, 1-2 commentaries, but इतना extensively किसी ने भी नहीं लिखा. And all the other, I have heard lectures of other sampradayas in Vrindavan, and they are greatly appreciating, especially Jiva Goswami and the Gaudiya log. Book इतना detail में, मतलब every topic has been discussed. There is no need to speculate. Especially I read the book Laghu Bhagavatamritam by Rupa Goswami. So we are always discussing now that which Varhadev came in which kalpa and which avatar. But that is very deeply discussed by our acharyas. So whatever questions you think in your mind, ये हो सकता है, उसके ऊपर already our acharyas have written a book. There is no need for us to speculate anyway. That is the greatness of our great acharyas.
The 8 slokas compiled by the Lord are follows. First,
Wow.
Okay. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of benediction moon. It is a life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. So this is the importance of Sankirtana, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, Sri Krishna Sankirtana, that will cleanse our heart, and which is accumulated for many, many years. And we are suffering in this threefold miseries and 4 problems. And people are hankering after happiness. That Sankirtan only not only removes the anarthas from the heart, but also it establishes the highest benediction, which everybody is anxious after the bliss, transcendental bliss. So simultaneously, one can get the experience of this anartha nivrutti and artha pravrutti. Please read second one.
There is one lecture by Gaur Govinda Maharaj. That lecture is 7 flames of Sankirtan Yagya. Have you heard this?
I never heard.
In the fire sacrifice, there are 7 flames. In every Yagya fire sacrifice, there is 7 flames. You are offering obligations to the 7 flames. And in the first verse of Shikshashtakam, there is this 7 flames are mentioned. And Gaur Govind Maharaj, based on the first slok of Shikshashtakam, he is giving an entire 1 hour lecture that is there in ISKCON Desire. That 7 flames of Sankirtan Yagya.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living and beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In this transcendental name, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy name, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. So this is a very important verse. This is one of my favorite entire Vedic literature. If you tell me to say one verse, then this will be my life and soul verse. Because one of the favorite sentence of the entire Vedic literature is that Krishna's name contains all energies, right?
Tell the verse.
Tell the verse. This verse, Nam Akari Bahudan Nija Sarva Shaktish. Right? So that Krishna's name contains, if you are hankering for wealth, that Krishna's name contains. Are you able to listen to me?
Yes.
If I was hankering for doing job and getting married, all those things. So I was thinking that, why I should go here and there. Krishna's name contains wealth. Krishna's name contains Rasgulla. Krishna's name contains big building. Krishna's name contains the AC office. Krishna's name contains Nama Bina Kittu Naiko or Chauda Bhuvana Maje. Everything has emanated from the holy name of the Lord. So I do not, if I want to have the pleasure of sex, I need not do any sex also. I should just chant the holy name. That pleasure I will get. If I want to eat gulab jamun, I should not eat gulab jamun. I should just chant the holy name of the Lord, and that joy of eating gulab jamun can come through holy name also. And if I want anything in my life, I can get through the holy name. By chanting holy name, I can be satisfied. No need for doing any other act. I am fully convinced with this thing that holy name can give me the joy that I get from gulab jamun, that I get from big office, big car, and big wife, a beautiful wife, and name, fame, Indra post. Whatever enjoyment I can get, that can be get in where I can get more greater pleasure by chanting. And there is no need rules. Also, I can in the washroom also I can chant holy name of the Lord, and easily approachable. But I am so unfortunate that I am not still having such a great glory. I'm not being attracted to the holy name. I'm such a dumb and fool. That is my real dil ka feeling.
Amazing. Next. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
Wow, kya baat.
So, to chant Hare Krishna mantra also, we need to have a proper attitude and mood. In Nectar of Instruction also, we read that the development of Krishna consciousness and advance of Krishna consciousness basically depends on the attitude of the follower. The attitude should be like this. That is humble state of mind, giving respect to others, not expecting anything in return, and also free from the false ego. The comparison is like straw in the street and the tree. So this one has to cultivate to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra constantly. Otherwise, very difficult. Yes. Next, please read, Guruji.
Oh Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, and nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Yesterday I was listening a very what is that? Amog Leela Prabhuji's lecture on this verse. Okay, so he was telling that Krishna will first test you. You will go to Krishna and tell Krishna, I simply want you. Krishna, no, you are cheating. Take wealth and go away. Oh no, Krishna, I only want you. Then Krishna will tell you, okay, take fame, name, fame, and go away. No, Krishna, I only want you. Then Krishna will give us all the material opulence. But till the time we are only have desire to get Krishna, then Krishna will test you more and more till we get purified.
Amazing. Please read next one.
Own son of Ananda, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of your atoms of your lotus feet. This verse is there in the Bhaja Govindam, that's the Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam, Iha Sangsare, Bahu Dusthare, Kripaya Pare, Pahi Murare. Hey Murare, hey Krishna, please relieve me from the ocean of birth and death, because Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, I have to take birth again into the womb, and then when I was small, I used to work hard for mathematics. I used to like mathematics so much. And then mother used to say, "अरे इतना पढ़ाई करना पड़ता है maths में, but next जन्म होगा तो फिर से maths पढ़ना पड़ेगा." Then instead of working so hard again, if we get pure devotional service, that is better. Or we have to do the same thing again what we have done in this life. So whatever activity we have done in this life is not very useful. We have to do it again instead of doing this. That is no permanent in this material activities.
Very nice. Can I read the next one?
Oh my, you read?
Oh my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with the tears of love, flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand and end at the recitation of your name?
Wow, क्या बात है.
So the stages, once you go deeper and deeper, then you're able to chant Hare Krishna, then you feel like separation from the Lord, then that feeling will constantly make you the symptoms.
Ruchi. This stage is Ruchi.
Yeah.
Anishtha Ruchi.
Yes. Please read next.
This is Bhav. Oh Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your presence. I want to tell one shlok.
Not in the presence, in your absence.
What?
You read in the presence, not in the presence, the absence.
I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. Oh Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. आपके बिना
of Govinda, that's why you are feeling like that.
नहीं, I was fully in that mood. I went in that Gaur Govind Maharaj ka lecture, and I was remembering all the points from Gaur Govind Maharaj says that in separation you feel like that there is one verse, prema dana bina vyartha daridra jivan dasakori vetana deho more prema dana. Without love, this life is useless. This is Gopi's feeling, that without love, this life is useless, and I want to become your servant, and I want a salary also. What salary? Vetana deho. They give me the salary of love of Godhead. So I want love, Krishna. Without this love, my life is zero waste. That I was there in that mood. The gopis are feeling separation. That even for a moment they think like it is a day of kalpa of Brahmaji has gone for such a long time, and when they are in union, then they feel that this interaction with Krishna will go away, and when they are separation with Krishna, then they feel that when will I'm not able to bear this separation.
So next one I will be reading.
हाँ yes प्रभु जी, क्या बात है?
I know no one but Krishna is my Lord,
वाह वाह,
and
क्या
he
बात
shall
है?
remain so even if he handles me roughly in his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. So in this particular verse, we see the mood of Srimati Radharani, how she is a topmost devotee, and her mood is always in this particular way. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also accepted the mood of Radharani in the bodily complexion of Radharani as well as Krishna. So this is what expressions are mentioned in this particular verse.
That song is in the Manasa Deho, that Maro bhi rakho bhi jai ichha tumar nitya das prati tuva adhikar. You have full right over your servant if you want to embrace me or if you want to beat me.
Yeah, amazing.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. I'm very happy प्रभु जी, आपके साथ भगवत गीता का इंट्रोडक्शन हो गया कंप्लीट.
Srimad Bhagavatam introduction, yeah.
भागवतम का भागवतम का इंट्रोडक्शन कंप्लीट हो गया. I'm very fortunate to have this association with you within the short time.
Should we end your meeting then again restart?
Okay.
Re-log in because the recording will stop here for introduction as a topic, and we'll start with the chapter 1. Step-by-step videos we'll make then for the further references.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So on this 3rd June 2021, we have successfully completed the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
So again, you rejoin in this meeting.